I found some of the funniest fake Minecraft speedruns that have ever been submitted, and in today's video, we're gonna take a look at them and I'm gonna break them down. These are pretty funny. So make sure you stick around to see them all. And make sure to subscribe. This run comes from a little somebody who is Polish, so I don't think I'll even try to pronounce his name. He starts by generating his world, which looks super weird, like I've never seen this happen before. Once he loads in, he grabs some wood and locates a village. Wait, no, I don't think this is a village. He goes into the mysterious building, and what do you know? He finds full diamond gear and pretty much everything he needs to enter the nether. Yeah man, he's pretty hyped. He goes ahead and grabs some blaze rods, something that didn't take very long considering there's just a random cage full of blazes right next to the portal. And now it's time for our speedrunner friend to summon Herobrine, I guess? I honestly have no clue what's going on at this point, but it seems like he doesn't either, because before even getting the chance to carry out the Herobrine summoning ritual, he decides to take off and loot the nearby village, which thankfully this time is real. Well, sort of. He finds a crap load of severely impossible items in the village, so yeah. He actually kind of gives up when he's going to the stronghold. Instead of digging down to it, he just uses spectator mode. And the dragon fight is in creative, but that's not much of a surprise at this point. This next run actually comes from a repeat offender of this sort of thing. This guy is named Icy, and I actually featured one of his runs in my last video. That run was pretty funny to say the least, but a viewer of mine pointed out to me that he actually recently posted another run to his channel, so I guess let's check it out. He starts by, of course, generating his world, but something's not quite right. Here, take a look at this clip by yourself and see if you notice anything. Keep in mind that all the music and editing is his, not mine. So yeah, this is pretty clearly cut, which explains the fact that our speedrunner friend conveniently spawns right into a village, where he actually has a very unfortunate encounter with a creeper. Icy goes ahead and loots the village, as any good speedrunner would, and he actually gets most of the gear he needs right off the bat. But it starts to get bad again when he goes to the ruined portal that's right next to the village. When he opens the chest, he finds blaze rods, which, as you probably already know, can't be obtained from ruined portal chests. And that's not even the worst part. After he crafts his tools and everything, he needs blocks, I guess, so he digs into the ground and directly into a lit end portal. Yeah, I'm not sure how much more blatant you could possibly be. Before we move on to this next fake speedrun, which trust me is crazy, a word from today's sponsor. This is a little something I like to call frag. Let's be honest here. There are literally so many terrible mobile games out there, but I am happy to say that today's sponsor is not one of them. I mean, this is the game that has been endorsed by many world-famous stars, such as Goggy himself. Yes, you heard me right. Frag is an online multiplayer game made for mobile devices, and unlike many other games out there, it's super simple. All you have to do is put together your own team of characters, which shouldn't be too hard considering Frag has a whopping 90 characters to choose from. Like Zap Girl, who has some crazy abilities, Takashi, who has his own robot, and Archon, who can literally throw lightning. And in their 2 years of existence, Frag has introduced multiple crazy game modes, like their new payload game mode, where you have to escort a cart in order to win, or their classic 2v2 mode, where you team up with a friend, or you can just play solo if you have no friends. So, if you're interested in trying out Frag, you can actually download it today and get a bunch of free rewards, only thanks to the link in the description. By using that link, you'll get a golden chest, 500 coins, and 50 diamonds, worth a total of $6. Pretty good deal if you ask me. So go try out Frag today. Now I've got a bit of a shorter run to show you guys, but I just really wanted to include it because of how funny it is. What makes the run interesting is the fact that pretty much every single thing he does is incredibly confusing. For example, most people making a fake run would put specific items in naturally generated chests before speedrunning, but this guy just loads up a chest with gear in the middle of the run for some reason. He also recreates those fake speedruns be-like thumbnails by making a tree out of emeralds, but it's not for a thumbnail or anything, so I guess he just made it in the middle of the run for fun? He also fails miserably at making a nether portal, which just cracks me up. This guy still technically does beat the game, but he does it all with commands. This next guy did his speedrun on Pocket Edition, so you know it's gonna be great, especially when he's getting messages the whole time. He starts by loading in and running over to a ruined portal, but it's not normal like it might seem. Inside the portal's chest is an array of clearly spawned in items. But what interests me more than that is the specific choice of items. I mean, we have 2 stacks of torches, a stack of obsidian, don't forget the 1 extra, as well as a golden hoe. He heads off to a nearby village where he of course finds full netherite gear. When he decides to go to the nether, he stumbles upon a mysterious room with an ender chest in it that achieves literally nothing. He starts finding his way to the stronghold, which he finally does by the time the speedrun is only half over. So I guess he must just suck for the rest of it? Spoiler alert, he does. In fact, he beat the game slower than this next guy who was in survival and was trying really hard to keep his cheating a secret. The final run for today comes from a brand new user on YouTube named Epic Minecraft Dream Pro Speedrunning, who uploaded his run under the title Minecraft 10-minute speedrun. His run seems pretty normal at first, aside from the fact that he has this horrendous metal music playing in the background. For the first few minutes of this run, he just does normal speedrunner things, like grabbing wood, tools, and beds. But stuff starts to get really weird when he shows up at a ruined portal nearby a village he was looting. He starts preparing to put together the portal the second he arrives, before even having a single block of obsidian. When he realizes his fault, he goes to the portal's chest, and of course, inside of it is an absurd amount of obsidian, allowing him to complete the portal. This leads me to believe that he messed around with this chest and most likely put this obsidian in it in advance. Once in the nether, he has a pretty intense fight with basically every nether mob in the game, but somehow he manages to survive. But before he leaves the nether, he takes a strange stop, and this part is very clearly cut. In fact, right after the obvious cut, you can see in the game's chat that this guy changed his game mode to survival, implying that he was in creative mode just before, something that is obviously not allowed. Right after this, he travels to a bastion remnant where he finds pearls in a chest, something that is just not correct, since pearls cannot spawn in bastion chests. He then builds a portal with his extra obsidian, and it leads him right into the stronghold, which confirms yet another cut. And here's another cut, as you can see the lava animation skipping ahead when he's standing in the end portal. You can actually see that just a few seconds before this cut, he crafts every single one of his pearls into ender eyes, and has 0 obsidian. But just a few seconds after the cut, he has 3 pearls and 3 blocks of obsidian, none of which were obtained legitimately. The same cut is also confirmed by the fact that before going into the end, and before the presumed cut, hitboxes are disabled. But the second he enters the end and opens his inventory, you can clearly see that they are now enabled. He kills the dragon, and the run ends with just over 10 minutes on the clock. But obviously, this run is not legitimate, so none of it actually counts. By the way guys, I have this Minecraft server where you can basically do whatever you want. And yeah, I run it. And me and all the other people I featured in my videos actually play on it quite often. So if you'd like to join and check it out and play with us, all the information will be down in the description. Also make sure to subscribe if you are new. Thank you for watching.